All right, let's work number 12. I'm excited about this one. One reason why is because it's Friday afternoon, as it turns out, and I have not had any lunch yet. So this pizza sounds pretty good. And I'm also going someplace tonight that I know serves really good pizza. So I'm excited about this problem. So we're told that there's this pizza. And the area, surface area of this pizza just so happens to be 176.7 square inches. That's how we read that. Square inches, right? Like we take the inch unit and we square it, right? So 176.7 square inches is the area. And what we want to do is we want to convert this into square centimeters. So indeed, this is a unit conversion problem, isn't it? And we've seen unit conversion problems before. It's nothing to be too scared of. We can handle those. So let's proceed in the normal way. So I'm going to take the number that I know, 176.7 square inches, and I'm going to multiply it by my conversion factor. And this is inches squared. Now, I would do the normal thing. I'd put my undesirable unit, inch squared, down in the denominator so that it cancels out. And then up in the numerator, I need to put my desirable unit. And here that's square centimeter, so that's centimeter squared. Square centimeter, centimeter squared, it's the same thing. You can say centimeter squared if you want to. I guess it's more clear, right? No, I proceed the normal way. And of course, if I do this calculation, I'm going to get the right answer down the road here. Now, I got to figure out what conversion factor to use. So I look in my textbook, perhaps. I look online. And I quickly come across some factual information that 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters. So I suspect that many of you at this point, or at least some of you, would be willing to plug that number there and that number right there, 2.54 and 1. But the problem if you do that is I'm going to mark your paper incorrect, because what you just wrote there is not true. Those things are not physically equivalent. And what I mean by that is 1 square inch does not equal 2.54 square centimeters. Now to prove that to you, I'm going to draw a picture. And this picture, on purpose, is going to be 1 inch by 1 inch, which is 1 square inch, isn't it? Or 1 inch squared, 1 by 1. All right, let's think about what the dimensions of that box is in centimeters. Isn't the dimension, since it's 1 inch wide, I guess it's got to be 2.54 centimeters wide. And likewise, in this dimension, I guess it's also 2.54 centimeter. So while the area of this is 1 inch squared, it seems like to me the area should be 2.54 times 2.54 centimeters squared. If you're doing the math, that works out to 6.4516. So 1 square inch actually is 6.4516 square centimeters. So that's what I wrote at first, not true. And the reason why it's not true is because the units were wrong. Okay? Notice in this problem, we're dealing with square centimeters and square inches. That is not the same unit as inches and centimeters. Inches and centimeters, that's a length unit. But square inches and square centimeters is an area unit. It measures something completely different. So if you ever have units which are squared, raised to the third power in your units of measure, you have to be really careful to use the correct conversion factor. And this is a simple example that shows that. I might throw in another problem here in a little bit for volumes or cubes. Okay, it shows you how to work that. Now, usually what I do in such a situation is I try to figure out the conversion factor from the information I have by drawing a picture. You'll find that I'm a big advocate of drawing pictures like this down at the bottom of the slide whenever you can, because it allows you to reason things out. And what I learned by drawing this picture is that 1 square inch corresponds to 6.4516 square centimeters. So I put that in as my conversion factor, and that's actually the correct conversion factor that I needed. But I had to derive that equation, or that conversion factor, from what I know about my cube. All right, so 6.4516 centimeters is equal to 1 inch squared. Now, because I'm converting from inch squared, my units cancel, divide by 1, and then I need to multiply the area of my pizza, 176.7 times 6.4516, and I end up getting 1139. This is what my calculator gives me, 1139.99772. I'm just writing all the digits right now, okay? That's how many square centimeters are present in this pizza. So that's a lot of pizza. So I'm happy because I'm getting hungry, right? All right, now if I'm going to somehow honor the sig fig rules, okay, I'm going to say that this conversion factor that I use between inches and centimeters is a perfect number, and that does not limit how many sig figs I've got. So what will limit my sig figs is the fact that I've got 4 sig figs in this area. So my answer as a result should not have more than 4 if I honor the sig fig rules for multiplication and division, since that's the operation that I did here. So let's see, I need to round off my answer to 4 sig figs. How am I going to do that? Well, it seems like I need to do 1, 1, and then where do I go after that? Let's see, it's 39.99. That's almost 1140, isn't it? And I think if I round to 1140, put the dot there to show that that 0 is significant. So you got to put the decimal place there, right? That should work as an answer. So that's how many square centimeters should be present in this pizza.